Hi, and welcome to Wrong Way. And today I'm gonna tell you about 17 useful gadgets, things, accessories for your EUC life that will make your EUC life better. So let me tell you more about it. So in this video, we are not going to cover pads, fairings, gear. There's other videos on my channel that cover those sort of topics. No, today's video will be more about small, like portable pumps or a very portable light charger for your electric unicycle, or the benefits of having an intercom. So strap yourselves in, let me know which point in the list you like the most, and let's get into it. That feels like a very YouTube video, I don't know, but here we are. Those things really helped me a lot. So yeah, let's just start with number one. And number one is this portable air pump by PIDZOOM or CYCPLUS. I don't really know. It's their version 1 pump. I still use it. They now have a AS2 variant. There is an affiliate link below if you want to get it. It's just very simple. It's very light. It's much smaller than the Xiaomi air pump, and it still pumps your wheel up very quickly. Now, do you really need one of those? Well, you can always pump up your EUC on a gas station, but if you want to have it on the go in the trails, then you just, set up your PSI here, and then it just pumps up your wheel. Super simple, pumps up to, I think, 100 PSI. More than that. Wow, look at that. So you could potentially also pump up a little bit your air suspension with that. So super cool, super light, super portable. I love it. Let's get to number two. At number two, you can already hear it spooling up, is the PIDZOOM charger. Now, PIDZOOM is a company that makes several accessories, and they are also gracious enough to pick 5 of you commenters if you type in your Instagram account and send you a free new helmet mirror. So yeah, type in the comment whatever you want, type in your Instagram account, and PIDZOOM will select 5 lucky winners for their new helmet mirror. I don't have it yet, but I'll test it out sometime soon. Nevertheless, when it comes to the PIDZOOM charger, it's an adjustable charger up to, you can see it here. It goes up to 168 volts or 170 volts. So you can charge several wheels with it. It's a bit loud, as you can hear now, but it's not terrible. It's not the loudest charger I've ever had. And it goes up to, well, 17 amps, it's written here. It's a bit heavy, 1.8 kilograms, but if you want to have the fastest charging on the go, at least the ones from the ones I tried, well, this is the way to go. I really like this charger, although it is a bit heavy. Now, the other thing I really like about it is the tip, just the tip. I have a small box of tips here, and you can just select which wheel you want to use this charger for. This is a Veteran Links plug. Here I have a 100 volt plug, 100 volt wheel plug. And there's also other plugs you can use. This is for the ET Max. So when you order a charger like this, you can just select which wheels you want to charge with that charger, and they'll send you the necessary sort of modules or sockets for it. So really cool charger. If you want to charge fast on the go, this is it. Now the next accessory is also by PIDZOOM, and this is the charger enhancer. In this case, the CE200. So this is a little accessory you can plug into your charger. This is coming from the charger that is dedicated to the Veteran Links, and then its output is going then to the wheel. So you have just a device in between that will show you the voltage. It will tell you how many watt hours got into the battery. It's just monitoring sort of how your wheel is charging, and you can also set up the maximum voltage when the charging should stop. Now, on a wheel like the Lynx, it's not really needed because you can set up in the app now when the charging should stop, but on all older wheels, or if you really want to dig into some of the data every time you charge the wheel, like the watt hours that you have consumed, then this is just a nifty add-on to monitor all of your EUC charging stuffs. Number 4 on the list is extremely important for me because it's an intercom. Now, I've tested Cardo, I've tested SENA, I've tested several models, and my favorite is the SENA ST1. But what does an intercom do in the first place? Well, here I have Mr. Panda in the helmet. Mr. Panda, I will connect the intercom for you now. Okay, yeah. And then you place it here on your helmet. There's a mount for it, a sticky mount, and then you can connect a plug, which leads to speakers which are on the inside and a microphone. and then you can also have the antenna up. So Mr. Panda is really cool right now. So with this intercom attached, you have two major functions that are literally life-changing. The first one of them is just using your helmet as your headset, sort of. So then you can just make calls on the go, you can listen to music, you can listen to podcasts, whatever you fancy. It's just essentially like, you know, driving a car and having your hands-free setup on. It's really amazing. The sound quality is great, the call quality is great, and really every time I go out for a ride in a full-face helmet, I take this because it is just so weird to be without it now. And the second thing that is extremely useful is the intercom function. So at SENA, this feature is my favorite because you can just set up a single channel. For example, in Warsaw, we have channel 5 for our group here, Koło Warszawy. And then everyone who is in range can talk with you, listen to you, and make conversations offline. It's just the intercoms talking between themselves like a walkie-talkie. Oh, and in this sort of open mesh system, which is called this sort of walkie-talkie-esque selecting your channel and talking with other people, you don't have a rider limit. So you can talk with however many riders are in range of your intercom. There's also, you know, a bit of a wind noise canceling. The quality of those talks might not be maybe as pro and the wind cancellation not as good as on Cardo, but the simplicity of setting them up, this being a lot cheaper than Cardo, is just a, you know, it's just a no-brainer for me. This is my favorite intercom brand, and having an intercom is amazing. And let me know if a intercom changed your riding life as well. All right, the fifth thing might be a bit of a no-brainer, but if you plan to work on your wheels, or if you plan to just store them in your home, it's just good to get a carpet or a mat for your wheels, because, you know, they can fall sometimes to the side, and maybe you get scratches from the kickstand. Maybe if you want to fix something, like change a tire, you might just really scratch up your floor, and that's never pleasant. So if you want to work on your wheel, just get your carpet out, or if you want to keep them in one spot, just put a mat over there. It's just nice to keep it clean and simple. Now, I feel like back in the day, it was way more important to own a EUC stand. This is a EUC stand from EUC Clubhouse, but you can get one wherever. You can also just design your own and 3D print it. But nowadays, the wheels have kickstands. So if you have smaller wheels like the Kingsong 14D, Kingsong 16S, whatever, you can just have a small EUC stand, lift it up, put it in, then it's in a nice spot, it won't move anywhere, and it won't just like topple over by itself. Now the next thing is really, really special, and every time I show this thing in my videos, I get tons of questions and people really want to get this thing. And the thing is a very lightweight portable charger. This is 600 grams, this one is 100 volt, 5 or 9 amps, and I have a second one for my Bigote Extreme or Emotion V14, which is 134 volt and 4 or 7 amps, also 600 grams. And just to put it to perspective, PIDZOOM charger, twice as high, and you know, also more powerful, more versatile because of the you know, different voltage setup. But believe me, you want to have this in your backpack. I mean, unless you go somewhere really far, you need to charge quickly. So the thing is that the manufacturer of those chargers, the WECTOR Chargers, that's what they're called, he's not planning on expanding production until the war in Ukraine is over. And with that said, I can only encourage you to make a donation. I put some links below where you can help out Ukrainians and help them end this war. But with that said, I got info that you can contact the manufacturer of this charger via Telegram. I've put his tag in the link below, and now I can tell you just a bit more about the charger. So the one I use the most is the 134 volt. As said, it weighs 600 grams, it's small, and it's so extremely quiet, you don't even hear when it's working. So I'll plug it in, electricity, boom. And the fan is already on. And then if you change the power, I believe it spins up a little bit. So if you want to just casually charge somewhere in a cafeteria or somewhere on the go, this is just so inconspicuous. It's so small, it's so lightweight, it's so quiet. I don't know about all of the certification it goes through, but from the experience I had until now with the manufacturer, he is really quick to respond and solving issues, and this thing has been really working flawlessly for me all the time. Go help out Ukraine, and if you want to get something like this, it's just available in very small numbers, not mass produced, and you'd need to wait a month or two or even longer to get it. But once you get it, all of the riders in your group will be jealous of you just having this in your backpack. Number 8 on the list is additional lighting, and there's really never enough of it. Here on this helmet, I have a set of SHREDLIGHTS. This is actually still the old one, the SL200, and this is the SLR1. Now they also have the SLFX, which are sort of like mood lights that are Bluetooth connected. Now primarily they are designed for e-skate riders, but you can also put them, you know, on your helmet like here, or somewhere on your electric unicycle. Now alternatively, I also have this sort of small, very lightweight light from Decathlon. At this point is really just to let you know that it's very helpful to have additional lighting, especially if you go on the street, just to be visible. If it's dark outside, if it's raining, this will just make you a lot more visible than without any additional light. Now, number 9 on the list, and I don't mean the word no in German, is tools, or our tools. If you want to work on your EUC, just get yourself a good set of tools, and then you'll just have less bolts breaking, especially the screw heads, and it'll be just more pleasant to work with a good set of tools. Here I have Neo tools, nothing really special, but just better than, you know, the lowest quality stuff you get in your EUC box, or, you know, just those random tools you get at IKEA or something. You can also get an electric screwdriver that really helps you to speed up your disassembly process, but getting a good set of tools will really make your EUC life easier. Number 10 on this list are smart helmets. Quickly summed up, those helmets are really cool if you're just a casual rider and you want to go to the store, you want to just pick up something really close by and you don't go fast. So these half-shell helmets have a set of speakers built in here, and the thing that makes those helmets really special and smart for me is that they not only function as a Bluetooth headset, but they also have an intercom function. So this one comes with a Bluetooth intercom setup, so you can just connect up to maybe 4 riders or 2 with one another, and then you can just like speak through this built-in microphone and speakers. And you can also listen to music. But the M1 Pro also has a mesh intercom function, like the intercom I have here on my helmet. So then you can connect even more riders, and it's a more streamlined process. So the M1 Pro also has some more light in the back, and it charges via micro USB. Yikes! Maybe they changed that meanwhile. But yeah, it's a micro USB port in this one. Now, the audio quality isn't the best, and especially if you go at higher speeds, you'll have a lot of wind noise and it'll be troublesome to hear the voice of the person you're talking with, but it's still doable. Now, when it comes to the SENA Rumba, here I like the audio quality a lot more. It doesn't have really any you know, screen or diode. It just has a small diode here when you charge it up, and this one is USB-C, so that's great. I like the audio quality on this one a lot more. The fit is also fine. It is a bit bigger because it has, you know, the speakers inside, and this is how the M1 looks compared to the Rumba. So yeah, but they're just so inconspicuous, and I love the fact that I can talk on the phone with someone hands-free while, you know, riding my electric unicycle. And this one has the intercom function as well, just via Bluetooth. So yeah, smart helmets, really interesting. Would you get one? Let me know in the comments. Now, point number 11 is dedicated to all of you people that have a air shock in your EUC. Now, when you buy a new EUC with air suspension, you will get a pump in the box, but if you want to get to 300 PSI, oftentimes it's a pain and a hassle. It's just so hard on your wrist. It's not a nice process. So therefore, I bought myself a SKS, I think it's SKS or SYS, I don't know, like a really beefy pump. And the coolest thing about it is that it has this handle. So it's really easy to pump up even to higher pressures with this pump, and this thing will definitely also last longer than those plasticky pumps you get in a box. At least that's my idea and understanding of it. I figured out how it closes it. You just need to like this. All right, the next thing isn't really that EUC related, but a little bit. I know, I recently got into kettlebells and I freaking love it. Now, when riding EUCs, you don't really get a workout like you do on bicycles. And this has been really helping me with my mental health, with just being healthy, feeling fit, not losing my breath all the time. So if you want to improve your body, this thing is just amazing for it. I love the workouts with it. I work out with, is it Christine? I think it's Christine. Or Caroline. Maybe it's Caroline on YouTube. And the progression has been insane. And this really helps me to gain more control over my EUC as well. So my jumping has improved, my, stamina. This thing really feels like a life changer for me. So I really feel like a kettle boy now. Cheers to GFPG and MCZ1, who gave the idea of the kettle boy name. And yeah, if you want to try it out, go ahead. This thing is crazy good. So number 13 on the list is none other than the Insta360 camera. Now I still have the X2, meanwhile there's the X4 out on the market. I have an affiliate link for them below if you want to get them. Now, you haven't seen that much footage lately on the channel with this camera because there's just a bit more workflow to it. It's a 360 camera, so you have to edit the footage afterwards. And the quality of it is good, but in my opinion, not really as good as an action camera with just like one lens, like this Action 4. So this is what I use mostly for all of my YouTube videos. But with that said, if you go on group rides, if you want to record yourself, if you want to record some, off-road riding, really for personal use and also then sharing to your social media, the Insta360 cameras are pretty much a benchmark when it comes to 360 action video recording. So for all of those reasons, riding, recording yourself riding, recording a group ride, yeah, I mean, this is the way to go. Next thing on the list is a EV car charging adapter. So if you want to charge your electric unicycle on the go with a really powerful charger like the PIDZOOM, or if you want to charge up with your buddies, then you might run out of electricity or trip the breakers in local restaurants or cafes. So at that point, you might invest in a EV car charging adapter. On this side, you have a Type 2 connector. Depending on where you live, this will be a J1752 or something in America, or something else if you live not in Europe. In Europe, it's the Type 2 connector most of the time. So on the other side, you have a usual household socket. Now keep in mind, this is up to 3.6 kilowatts, so you can't charge over that limit with this plug. So if you want to charge even more, then you'd have to make a more elaborate contraption that would allow to have several plugs leading from the Type 2 connector. But yeah, if you want to charge up on the go with a EV car charging station, then you need one of those. Okay, this will be actually a bonus. I forgot about this. A bell. A bell is the best form of signaling if you're on a bike path because you don't need to charge it up. You can just let people know and they know the sound of a bell. They know they need to go to the side. I think this is also way more friendly sounding than an electronic bell. So if you don't want to win a no bell prize, get a bell. And then I just put this sort of elastic strap on my backpack and I have it here and it's just the best. I just don't ride without the bell nowadays. If I don't have a bell, I feel very sad. Now, if there will be something wrong with your EUC, oftentimes companies will ask you to check the voltage of the batteries, and for that you need a voltage meter. So yeah, I mean, if you have an EUC, it's best to have this around because sometimes it just comes in handy. Now this next thing I also get asked a lot in my videos, and this is a woodworking table. And this woodworking table just so happens to be perfect for working on your EUC as well. So it's best to get something more heavy duty that will, be strong enough to support your 40 kilogram EUC. But with this table, it's just so easy and simple to work on your EUC. You just put the wheel here inside and you can clamp it down so it doesn't move. I learned this from 2 cells, 1 pack from Albert, really. He taught me to value and cherish the woodworking table. So if you want to have something that makes it a lot easier to work on your EUC, woodworking table. And if you want to have a bigger combo breaker, you can get one with wheels on the bottom of it, or you can modify it to have wheels. Then it's even easier to turn the EUC around. But yeah, I get asked about this a lot. Woodworking table is sick for your EUCs. Now the last thing on my list, number 17, I actually need to get myself. I still don't have it, even though sometimes I do need it. And those are tire spoons. Again, a tip from Albert, 2 cells, 1 pack. You can see it in his videos. If you change EUC tires every once in a while, you'll just need tire spoons to make the process easier of putting a tire onto your wheel. It's as simple as that. And with that said, this concludes my 17-point list plus a bell. So if you're still here, let me know which items on this list you have, which ones do you value the most if you do have them, and if you're still here again, then leave a like on the video, subscribe to see more content like this. I'll see you in the next video. See you soon!